It's Friday, March 21st, 2025, and I'm Don Reporté. Yesterday was the first day of spring, so you know what that means. Time to enjoy exactly 12 hours of nice weather before we're all drowning in pollen, getting dive-bombed by bugs, and questioning why we ever romanticize this season of allergies and false hope. Now let's take a look at some historical highlights. 1925, Tennessee bans the teaching of evolution. Because nothing says progress like outlawing basic science. This led to the famous Scopes monkey trial, where people seriously debated whether humans could be related to primates while acting exactly like them. 1980, President Jimmy Carter announces that the U.S. will boycott the Moscow Olympics. Back when American presidents actually stood up to Russia? Sure, it was just by keeping athletes home, but hey, at least it wasn't by trying to hand them a sovereign nation on a silver platter. And that, folks, is your daily dose of history, proof that the world has always been a little ridiculous. Today in Todd, we have something truly groundbreaking, something that is actually happening today. Shocking, I know. A little later, Todd will grace his channel with his presence for a riveting discussion with the 78% of his subscribers who are still miraculously not dead. In preparation, he put together a promo, an absolute masterpiece of clumsy edits and Comic Sans that he proudly unleashed on the World Wednesday. We won't subject you to the full thing, you're welcome, but here's a little taste of Todd attempting to hype up his audience. Brace yourselves.
How about Friday Night Madness? Oh, yeah, guys, Friday Night's Madness, the discussion is going to be about circumcision. What do y'all think of that discussion? I'm going to do a PSA on circumcision. I'm going to do some pontificating as to why I think circumcision is so prevalent right now in America and other places, and who's behind it. Well, did you remember your foreskin, being ripped apart or torn off? No, I don't. But it could explain why I'm an asshole. How can you say that it had nothing, that me having my foreskin removed had no lasting impacts?
Friday Night Madness, indeed. What could be a more thrilling way to spend my evening? Sadly, I don't have to wonder. I'll be right here, watching Todd drone on for hours about the so-called horrors of circumcision. Of course, we all know this is just a thinly veiled excuse to whine about Jews. FML. One has to wonder if Todd's endless laments over his missing foreskin have anything to do with what he describes in this clip.
So, like, if there were a docking situation, who do you think would have the more of the foreskin in order to do the more appropriate docking?
There's a chance some kind of impact contributed to you being, as you so eloquently put it, an asshole. But I highly doubt it was the impact of getting your pecker snipped. If anything, that probably just gave you the stamina to whine like a toddler into adulthood. And that just about wraps it up for today. Pun absolutely intended. It's Friday, March 21st, 2025. I'm Don Reporté, wishing you a weekend with fewer complaints and more dignity than Todd will ever have.